Hey everybody, welcome back to Awaken the Wonder. I'm excited to join you today on the set with my wife, Harmonee Lou Wampler. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We are in a series here and we're on the fourth question today. We have had several of our viewers that have reached out with questions to Harmonee, and so we decided to do a full week series, and so today is question number 4. If you've not heard the first 3, make sure you go back. Today's question, Harmonee, is all about people that want to know about the family. And the question is, how do you steward family time with the travel schedule that Caleb has? And so I'm going to turn it over to you and let you take it away.
Yeah, when we launched this ministry, we knew how important it was to take time for family time. And a lot of times you can see in ministries, and it's very easy to do this where, you know, the dad or mom, whoever's in ministry, well, really the whole family is, but the pastor or whatnot, when they're involved with the church, a lot of times the family can get abandoned just because, you know, they're just loving on the people. And we realize that it's very important that we set up those boundaries just to protect family time, and especially with your travel schedule. And so just to do that, we've kind of had to be creative. And, you know, a lot of times when somebody has a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday job, they have those weekends to have family time. For us, with the way your schedule is, a lot of times you're gone on the weekends, and so we try to schedule that in between trips. So we may have some family days in the middle of the week on a Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever works with the schedule.
So what type of things do you do to emphasize it? Because obviously you're carrying the home in my absence, definitely. But even when I'm back, it doesn't mean that the office job closes. Truthfully, I only have 2.5 weeks, so to speak, or 2 weeks per month to do office work. If I'm always gone the other week, most people in a normal office position have 4 weeks to do office work. So I have even more office work at home when I'm on the road, if that makes sense. So what do you do as a mom and as a wife to emphasize and make sure the family time is happening, even in the midst of the chaos and excitement of hundreds of thousands of people coming to Christ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in my role as wife and mom, I've really felt it's my job just to help protect that time. And so many times I'll come to you and set up times and like, all right, we need to have some family time. We need to, you know, even if it's a couple hours here, a couple hours there, like we'll schedule things on the calendar, especially with how Caleb's schedule is.
If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
My whole staff knows it. Everybody knows it. Has to be on the calendar.
Exactly. And so knowing that, I will go to Caleb and say, let's put some things on the calendar. We need to set some times where we can spend time together. And also I try to make sure Caleb can come out. Obviously, sometimes things come up and you can't, but as best as possible, we try to have family dinners where we can come together and do that. And even just in the mornings, you know, you'll take that time to spend time with the kids and do breakfast with them. And, you know, we'll spend a couple hours here and there, just go to a park together or, you know, go to Sky Zone to jump around, whatever it is. So, you know, we just try to be very intentional with our time to do that.
And then at a personal level, I'll just add, when I am home, I always, every day, will make sure there's a moment that is with each kid individually, in addition to just the random family stuff that's happening. But to make sure there's a personal moment with each of the kids every day, and obviously with Harmonee as well. So that happens at least daily when I'm home. When I'm on the road, I always, well, because of time zone differences and chaos, I always try to make sure there's at least a moment in the day to do that. But we'll try to send a video or something from overseas. And I always encourage them to send me a video too. But with them at their current age, it might be an animal or something funny I saw or whatever, but I'll send little clips of whatever.
The plane you're on.
Yep, the plane I was on, and they want to know what color it was, or, you know, whatever it may be. But when I am on the road, or you see a busy stretch coming up where like every weekend's booked for the next 4 months or something, and I'm gone for multiple weeks for extended services or meetings or conferences or crusades, does your heart sink knowing what's coming and you're in fear and tremble and worry and, oh my gosh, we're never going to see him again? Or how do you handle it to be able to handle the family time and make sure that we are connected in that way?
Honestly, I just try to take it one trip at a time. I'm definitely aware of the upcoming trips, but by just focusing and taking one trip at a time, and then the kids too, especially our 6-year-old, he's like, oh, Dad's going back in 2 days. Oh, Dad's going back in 1 day. Like, he's keeping track, and so just taking it one trip at a time really helps with that, and also just making ourselves available. We try not to schedule anything when you're about to leave and when you come back. Like, we try to be there and be very intentional. So when Daddy's home, we're going to spend time with him. And so we'll work other things around when Daddy's here. And so that helps just to take advantage of those times together. I will say one thing that's been really great too is, it doesn't matter where you are. For the most part, depending on the time zone, you usually will call, and I don't know how you do it, but you usually figure out, the time zone, and I always call before bedtime, and the kids really like that too. And if he hasn't called yet, they'll want to call him just to say goodnight, and they love that when you call.
Truthfully, it's almost easier overseas because in America, if a service starts at 7 or 8 p.m. or something, like, I'm already in the service by the time they're bedtime, but
you'll call before.
But I'll call beforehand, yeah. But usually overseas, like, I can find the time when they're about to go to bed, or even a nap time in the midday kind of stuff. So.
And a lot of times we'll FaceTime, and then you'll pray with them. So it's kind of part of the nighttime bedtime routine that Daddy will still pray with them, even if he is in another country.
No, awesome. Well, thank you so much for listening. Tomorrow we're going to have part 5. Harmonee survived the first 4. So we're going to submit another question from our viewers tomorrow for the last and finale of our 5-part series. So make sure you come back, make sure you subscribe, and leave a rating for us, and share this video or this podcast wherever you are listening or watching today. God bless you guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to Awaken the Wonder. If you enjoyed today's show and want more ministry like this, please visit kingdomencounters.us, where you can find weekly blogs and my latest book, Hunger. Be sure to subscribe and follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at the tag Evangelist Caleb Wampler. If the Lord leads you to partner with us in the nations in prayer and giving, visit kingdomencounters.us. I'll see you next time.